Good Thursday morning, everyone. Welcome back to another video. And today I'm going to film my November book haul. And it's not a lot of books this month. Kinda took a break on that, but as you know, I always start with my book of the month selections. So, you know the whole spiel. It is a monthly subscription box where you can choose up to 3 books. You get your first month for $14.99, and then you add up to 2 books for $9.99 a piece. So let's get started. My book of the month selections are The Collective by Allison Galen. Yep. And what I understand about this, it's about a group of women getting revenge on people who murdered somebody that they love. So I've heard quite a few things about this, and I've heard that it's pretty good. So I'm willing to give this a shot really, really soon. The Collective. Next book, A Little Hope by Ethan Joello. And this is literary fiction. And I'm not really sure what it's about, so I'll probably go ahead and read the synopsis. Freddie and Greg Tyler seem to have it all, a comfortable home at the edge of the woods, a beautiful young daughter, a bond that feels unbreakable. But when Greg is diagnosed with a rare and aggressive form of cancer, the sense of certainty they once knew evaporates. Greg's boss, Alex Lionel, grapples with a secret of his own. Meanwhile, Darcy Crowley is still coming to terms with the loss of her husband as she worries about her struggling adult son, Luke. Ginger Lord returns home longing for a past relationship with Ahmed Ghanem, wonders if he'll ever find true love. A deeply resonant debut that immerses the reader in a community of friends, family, and neighbors. A Little Hope celebrates the importance of small moments of connection. So, got a feeling that this is going to be a very hard-hitting novel. It's rather short, so I'll be able to knock this out when I'm in the mood. And I definitely like this color. It gives off some good fall vibes. So that's A Little Hope by Ethan Joello. And the final book I got is The Damage by Caitlin Warrer, however you say her last name. And this is a legal drama. And I'll read a quick synopsis of this too. So, Tony has always looked out for his youngest brother, Nick. So when he is called to a hospital bed where Nick is lying battered and bruised after a violent sexual assault, his protective instincts flare and a white-hot rage begins to build. As a small-town New England lawyer, Tony's wife, Julia, has cases involving kids all the time. When Detective Rice gets assigned to this one, Julia feels Nick is in good hands, especially because she senses that Rice, too, understands how things could quickly get complicated, very complicated. After all, one moment Nick was having a drink with a handsome stranger, the next he was at the center of an investigation threatening to tear not only him but his entire family apart. And now his attacker, out on bail, is disputing Nick's version of what happened. As Julia tries to help her brother-in-law, she sees Tony's desire for revenge to fix things for Nick getting out of control. Tony is starting to scare her, and before long she finds herself asking, does she really know what her husband is capable of, or of what she herself is? Exploring elements of doubt, tragedy, suspense, and justice, The Damage is an all-consuming read that marks the explosive debut of an extraordinary new writer. Sounds like another hard-hitting one, so this is definitely on the list too. The Damage, Caitlin Warrer. That's it for my book of the month selections. And I got a small pile of thrift books. Let's pull them up. First book I want to show off is another Fear Street and this is Sunburn. And this is about two girls going to like this beach, and the sun is ultra deadly. Or is it? There might be a murder on the loose on this beach, so it's a good summer read, and I will definitely get to this very soon, and it is rather short, so that is Sunburn by R.L. Stine. Next one, My Hairiest Adventure, which is book 26, and I might remember this one as a kid, but I think this has like a very weird twist ending. If you know what it is, then I don't need to explain it, but it's about, I'm going to give it away anyway. It's about these kids who like turn human, but were dogs. So, be a strange one. Goosebumps is pretty strange here and there, but that is My Hairiest Adventure. Final book, and was my last read for my world literature class. It's Tracks by Louise Erdrich, and this is about a Native American family dealing with tragedy and loss, and there's like this spirit girl named Fleur, and she has her story told by the grandfather, and this was okay to me. Of course, it was for class, so I probably will never ever read it again. So I just ultimately gave this 2 stars, and that ended my world literature reading goals. That's Tracks by Louise Erdrich. And now on to a couple Barnes & Noble pickups. Let's do this. First book I want to show off is Small Horrors by Darcy Coates. And this collects 50 creepy stories. So it's a pretty nice short story collection. It's rather small, so probably read this here and there. It's going to take a while, but the print is not all that small, and I think I should get through it rather quickly. Small Horrors by Darcy Coates. After that, The Stowaway by James S. Murray and Darren Wearmouth. Of course, this is their newest book, and I have been hunting this down since like it released in September. Never found it anywhere, but then there was at Barnes & Noble, and this is basically a murder mystery on a cruise ship, but I believe that there is a serial killer on board, so I'm stoked to read this as soon as I can. I love Don't Move. That was my favorite book of October, and that might end up on my top 10 favorites of the year, so stay tuned for that video. But right now, The Stowaway by James S. Murray and Darren Wearmouth. Next, this one is way out of my comfort zone, but I got Basket Full of Heads by Joe Hill, and this is actually a graphic novel, and it collects all 7 volumes, I believe. I think it's either 6 or 7, but there's some really, really cool looking artwork in here. I want to show it off, so that's really freaking beautiful. And I might actually get to this month to round out my year goal, which is 100 books. I'm at 86 right now, so I think I can get through this. But that is Basket Full of Heads by Joe Hill. I have 2 more books here. Told you this was short. Next one I got is Craven Manor by Darcy Coates. Surprise, surprise. And I'm just going to read the synopsis on here. Some secrets are better left forgotten. Daniel is desperate for a fresh start, so when a mysterious figure slides a note under his door offering the position of groundskeeper at an ancient estate, he leaps at the chance even though it seems too good to be true. Alarm bells start ringing when he arrives at Craven Manor. The abandoned mansion's front door hangs open and leaves and cobwebs coat the marble foyer. It's clear no one has lived here in a long time, but he has nowhere else to go. Against his better judgment, he moves into the groundskeeper's cottage tucked away behind the old family crypt. But when a candle flickers to life in the abandoned tower window, Daniel realizes he isn't alone after all. Craven Manor is hiding a terrible secret, one that threatens to bury him with it. So, another haunted house story. Again, I am really hoping to get into some Darcy Coates definitely next year. I have enough to keep myself preoccupied with that, so this will be on that TBR sometime next year. Or whenever I'm 50, I don't know. But that's Craven Manor. Final book is Where They Wait by Scott Carson. This is the author of The Chill, which is another book that I haven't got to. Surprise, surprise. And what I understand about this, it's about like a deadly app or something. So, again, I'll probably read a quick synopsis. Recently laid off from his newspaper and desperate for work, war correspondent Nick Bishop takes a humbling job writing a profile of a new mindfulness app called Clarity. It's easy money and a chance to return to his hometown for his first visit in years. The app itself seems like a retread of old ideas, relaxing white noise and guided meditations. But then there are the sleep songs. A woman's hauntingly beautiful voice sings a ballad that is anything but soothing. It's disturbing, really. More of a warning than a relaxation, but it works. Deep, refreshing sleep follows. So do nightmares. Vivid and chilling, they feature a dead woman who calls Nick by name and whispers guidance. Or are they threats? And soon her voice follows him long after the song is done. As the effects of the nightmares begin to permeate his waking life, Nick makes a terrifying discovery. No one involved with Clarity has any interest in his article. Their interest is in him. An atmospheric and haunting thriller perfect for our times. Scott Carson's twisty and riveting Where They Wait is a taut, creepy techno chiller that will leave you hearing ghosts, says Paul Tremblay, author of A Head Full of Ghosts and Survivor Song. So, sounds pretty creepy. And I definitely would like to read this over The Chill, because that's kind of like a historical fiction horror. And this one sounds more modern day. And when I first heard about this, I thought it was a vampire novel, but it definitely sounds like a paranormal. So, that is Where They Wait by Scott Carson. It's the end of my November book haul. And guys, we're winding down to the end of 2021. So, I have a couple more videos to film this month. One being my top 10 favorite books of the year. And I've read 86 so far. So, it's going to be pretty tough to determine which ones I love. But I have a good idea on what I want to work with. So, look out for that video coming very, very soon. And I also want to do what to expect next year for the channel. So there's quite a few ideas I want to do this month, but will I have time to do them? I'm going to say yes. So keep a lookout for new videos. But I'm signing off right now, and I'll see you later. Peace. Bye.